Good morning, folks. Time for the moment of truth. We'll see if they put any kind of boot device on my truck. It doesn't appear I've been towed. I didn't think anything was going to happen, but they got the, I guess you could call them boots that go on truck windshields. Looks like we're in the clear on that. So we should jump on out there, I guess, and see if they've, wow. Wow, that was real impressive how I screwed that up, huh? Well, we'll see if they put any kind of like boot device or anything on the truck. I'm not, if you didn't watch last video, I'm not necessarily illegally parked or parked anywhere I shouldn't be. I'm parked in a gray area. So we'll go check and see what's going on. So far, so good. I don't know if they make boots big enough for trucks, but I know they do that windshield thing. But this is not the pre-trip, for the record. This is just making sure nothing like that went wrong, making sure we're okay to get out of town. And as suspected, I think we're gonna be just fine. Just fine. All right, good morning. So we're good. We're good on that. I didn't think we'd have any problems for anybody that didn't watch the end of last video. I parked at a motel truck parking, but it said it was for the motel guest only, and then I went to the motel next door, and the guy's like, I don't really care, but it's also owned by the Super 8, and they might care, and I didn't check with the Super 8 because it's way down there. So that's why I said I'm kind of in a gray area. The guy was like, yeah, it's normally for our guests that rent a room, but I don't really care, you know. So that's why I was wondering. He said, I'm not going to call or anything like that. And I'm sure I would have known if I got towed. I mean, I slept really good last night. I might not have even known if the truck moved. But you know, just wanted to make sure they didn't put on any like boot device or anything like that to hold me in my place till I paid my fine. So we're good. We're good. Nothing to it. Oh, I am ready for today to be over. I said yesterday I'll be up at 4 to get the day started. It's about 5:40 right now. Beautiful thing about trucking, though, it's one of the few jobs where as long as you're ahead of everything, if you're still tired, go back to bed, right? So that's what I did. That's what I did. In most of those normal jobs, you have to be there by a certain time, and you don't have the option to start later or things like that. So at least that's nice. That's nice. But 647 miles from our destination in Laredo, Texas. I probably won't get all the way there today. That's pushing the clock a little too hard, considering that I run at about 65 miles per hour. I still have the Dallas-Fort Worth area to go through, but it is Saturday, so I don't anticipate that that's going to be really bad traffic. We'll get close. We'll get, I'd say, within 100 miles. And then we'll just get up Monday morning and finish the trip after we've reset. And that's about it. So my emergency for the day, because I always have one, I always have something I need to figure out. I am so close to being out of vape juice. I don't know if you can see that, but once that runs out, I'm out. So I got some in the tank. I'm hoping it will be enough to last me through the day, and hoping I can park within walking distance of a vape shop. There was one here 0.9 miles away. That's a little far for how much I would want to walk, but considering it was like 40 degrees and cold out here, 40 degrees and cold, a little redundant, isn't it? But considering it was 40 degrees and rainy is what I meant to say, I decided not to make that walk. I mean, Uber does exist, but I try not to spend a ton of money on stuff like that, but if that's what it ends up being at the end of the day, then that's what I'll do. So that's my emergency for the day that I need to fix. Not having vape juice makes me lose my mind. I'll go a little bit crazy. I do got this little thing right here, the boost or whatever, with a fairly full cartridge. So I guess if I need that to help me through the day, I can do that. But that's sort of what we got going on. So not much else right now. I'm just getting ready to jump out on the road, see what kind of trouble we can get into today. We're gonna get this under 500 miles to go, and then I'm going to fill one tank of fuel again, and we're just gonna get down there and be done with it. Monday morning, I'm in Texas. Monday morning, I'll have a new load, and first pilot I see, I'm just gonna jam these tanks full of fuel with this cheap Texas diesel. That's what we're gonna do. So anyways, I guess that's it for now, guys. I'm never that entertaining in the mornings because I'm just waking up, but hey, we're all here along for the ride anyway, so whatever. I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye now. Texans, man. Texans, come on now. What is going on with the driving out here? This little yellow van has passed me like 3 times to slow down to 62 every time, and then I have to go back around him. And we have been playing this game all morning. I've got my cruise set at 66, just minding my business. Normally run at 65. But everybody else was running at 64, 65 this morning, so I decided I'd go 66. But I have had this man pass me 3 or 4 times already just to get in front of me, and then slow down to 62. Now I have the Bendix system in my truck, so I know this to be fact. I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling you what's actually happening. So I like driving across the state because it's easy money, except for the drivers. I do not understand the thought process and the mindset of Texas drivers. The constant speed changes from everyone. Cars, trucks, well, trucks change speed, right? But cars, the random lane changes with no warning to anyone around you. I just don't understand the thought process that goes on down here. But now, for example, I just moved over for this car to merge onto the interstate because I'm a nice guy. I'm a real friendly guy. And they're riding right on my bumper. Same speed, just matching my speed. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my blinker, so maybe they'll make a decision now. And finally, here they come to get out of my way. So yeah, I was so polite, and I moved over so that they could get on the interstate, because like I said, I'm a nice guy. And then they just ride with me, like right there on the bumper, on my passenger side, which is not advisable. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, we can see you, for the most part, right by this passenger door for my non-truck driving friends out there. Right up by the passenger door, below the, mirror. We're gonna have a little hard time seeing you. We got the front mirror up front, if I can, there we go. Well, we can see you for the most part, but it's just not a good place to hang out, because it'll take us a few seconds to track you down. Where are they? Is there a car by me? I could have swore there was a car by me. We can see you, but it takes a minute sometimes. Where are they at? But anyways, I do like Texas just because of how easy it is to drive through this state for the most part. But maybe you guys can, anybody here from Texas? Anybody? I'm not making fun of you. I feel like maybe the driver's education is different. There must be a method to it, a reason why the driving is as crazy as it is down here. I see it all the time. I used to run 287 a lot out of the Dallas area up to Denver. Just used to run that back and forth, and you would pass the same car like 7 times a day, because they would be driving like 50 in a 65, and so you'd pass them, and then a few minutes later they would blow past you at like 70, and then you pass them again, they're going 50 again. And I'm not sure I understand the mindset of it. Like, cars come with cruise control, right? just set that and cruise down the road. But our buddy in the yellow box truck or box van, whatever you call it, he did just exit the interstate behind me, so maybe I don't have to deal with him anymore. Wish I would have got some more video of that because it was kind of hilarious. Like I'd just be passing him. I think a guy's right next to me, he was waving and pointing and all that, but anyways, what a nice guy. What was I trying to say? I just don't understand the mindset of it, is all I'm saying. So we've made us a new buddy over here, the DX truck. He was waving and pointing and all kinds of stuff, just being a nice guy. I'm not saying he recognized me. Maybe he's just Texas friendly, you know, friendly in the Texas way. I don't know what that means for sure, but we'll get on down the road. We'll see what else we get into today. I am 36 miles away from my fuel stop that will put us under the 500 miles to my final destination. I mean that's where I'm delivering. I won't be dead or anything. I'm not dying, not just yet, but we'll see where that all goes. But DX guy was real friendly. Thank you, DX. They've been real frustrating across this area also. I have passed and repassed DX trucks multiple times. Matter of fact, I think I passed him earlier today. But nonetheless, that's just the way she goes, I guess. Way of the road, bub. So I might show you guys the fuel stop later because I am just so excited with these fuel prices right now. We're showing $3.47, $3.73 at Love's, and yeah, hey, it's not great, but it's a lot better than it was. Talk to you guys in a bit. Oh, free stuff from the truck stop. My favorite day, free stuff from the truck stop day. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I save up points and just get some things I need. None of this is exciting, but it takes a lot to kind of maintain your truck, and you get out here and you're like, oh, there's things I need. So I got me a couple microfiber rags and some Windex for that. Somebody said get streak free. Oh, I did it. I didn't even look. Okay, whoever suggested streak free, I totally took your advice or got lucky. One of the two. And some Febreze. Gets a little smelly in here sometimes, you know, living in this truck, but it's the way she goes. Hold on. Oh, what's going on? Oh, it's almost there. Nope. Why ain't it spraying? Oh, I didn't turn it all the way. All right. Anyways, you know, there we go. That blanket's clean now, right? Anyways, I love free stuff at the truck stop. I got me a hammer last week and a little broom and dustpan to kind of clean up the dirt on the floor in here because I don't have those fancy air hoses. So free stuff day at the truck stop. Gotta love it. It's all mine. Just robbed the place. Well, here we go, fellas. Let's hit the road. We are almost there. So just got me a nice shower in the Pilot. Oh, man. The things you take for granted, you know, when you live a normal life. So we got us a good shower. Think about probably to my non-trucking friends, this probably looks weird to you how far out we go to make our turns. I remember the first time my wife rode with me, I was making a left-hand turn and she started yelling at me to turn the steering wheel. I was like, you need to mind your business. I will handle this, I promise you. But she was freaked out, thought we were going straight through the stoplight, and then hit that turn at the last second there. And well, she got used to it after that. Reminds me of kind of a funny story, I guess. I had that old International. Maybe I'm missing home a little bit, I don't know. But I had that old International that was a 10-speed, and my oldest of my younger two daughters, if that makes sense, because my other two kids are adults. The oldest of my younger two daughters, I had to take that International to the shop, and she rode with me with the 10-speed in it. Oh man, I've never seen a look from a person like that in my life. She was watching me drive, watch me get through those gears, right? Like we do. And I looked over at her and she just had the biggest smile. She was like watching me the whole time. And I was like, what's up? And she's like, I've never seen that. You're really good at it. And I was like, man, how cool. That was a cool moment, a really cool moment. I don't know that my kids even really watch my videos, but I'm a little confused by RTI right here. He's just all the way across the entrance. I guess, well, it beats taking that turn too tight, I guess. So he's gonna take it real wide. But don't plan on getting in here, son, if you need in. But anyways, yeah, it was kind of a cool moment because they don't really get to see what I do necessarily, and probably in video it's not the same, you know. So it was cool how excited she was to watch her old dad do some work, you know. So I've always thought about bringing my kids along with me, but it's just I know I'm gonna say this wrong in a way that may be taken out of context or something, but it's a lot of hassle to do something like that. You know, you bring a wife or a girlfriend or something, then like the shower situation is super easy. You know, you both go in, you get your shower and all that. But then you bring a kid with you, then, you know, you got to get them in their own shower and wait for them to be done and hope that they don't get lost while you're getting your own shower and all that. And just, to me, the logistics of it just don't make sense. So maybe one day, just like a short ride, like, hey, I did take my my son once. It was supposed to be, oh, Texas, good Lord, I had room to go and they were coming straight for me.
In 3/4 of a mile, turn left on Bagby Avenue.
Anyways, that was a Texas maneuver right there, if I ever saw one.
Turn right on South Jam Culkin Expressway.
It was supposed to be just an overnight run. We went from Denver to, oh boy, I think like South Dakota, and we were gonna like stay the night and then run back the next day. Well, the next day we ran into really high winds across Nebraska, and I was super low on my 70. Like, I had enough time in normal conditions to make that trip, but with those high winds, we ended up driving real slow, and I ended up having to take my 70. I mean, not my 70, my 34,
take the exit
my
on
reset,
the left to I-35 south toward Austin.
Somewhere out in Nebraska. So he had the top bunk for the weekend, and he was not even a little bit excited about that. Not at all. It was supposed to be just an overnight run, but obviously I don't run like that anymore. I'm not sure how I got on this tangent, but whatever. We're all along for the ride, right? But it was really cool to see how excited my daughter was watching me drive the truck. They don't get to see that very often. So it's been a month out here on the road, so maybe I'm missing home a little bit, and that tends to happen after a while. But I'm kind of in a weird spot because need to get some money stacked up, because
on the left to I-35 south toward Austin.
These lease payments don't stop. You know, they don't stop just because you need some time off. So I need to get some money saved, and then I'll eventually head home for a few days. But in my estimate, I'd say I'm at least a month, possibly 2 out from being able to do that. A lot of that depends on freight rates, fuel cost, things like that. Other factors with home, of course. And we go from there. So I didn't mean to go off on that whole tangent about being home, but hey, you know what?
On I-35.
I am human, just like the rest of you, and sometimes stuff like that is on my mind as we run off down the lonely road all by ourselves, of course, like we do. But you know, the more I think about it, I don't know if there's any job in the world I'd rather do. You know, if I'm gonna have a job, I think this might as well be it, if I'm being honest with you. I've tried, man. I have tried to get away from trucking, and it just never, ever happens for me. I always think I'm out. I always think I'm never gonna do it again. And then here I am right back to it. It is, oh boy, I don't know how to explain it. It is quite the relationship me and trucking have, I'll tell you that. So, yeah, I think when I stop today, I'm gonna stop within 100 miles of Laredo. I am 324 miles away right now, so I'm gonna stop within 100 miles. And the reason I say it like that is because I'm gonna be very particular about where I stop, kinda. I just want a Pilot or Flying J, because I want to have access to free showers on my 34, and I also need to do laundry. So I'm going to do some laundry on my 34, so I want there to be laundry facilities, which I think most truck stops have, but only Pilot Flying J has my free showers. So I'm definitely going to want to shower tomorrow, do some laundry, all that stuff. So wherever that lands, somewhere somewhere within 100 miles of Laredo, I'm going to shut it down, enjoy some time off, play some Witcher, do some schoolwork, maybe get out of the truck for a while if I can find something to do that's not going to cost me a whole lot of money. That would be fun. Anybody in Laredo want to go drink a beer or something? Anybody live down there? Serious, I'll go hang out with you as long as you're cool. Like, if you're not a psychopath, we can go have a beer or something. Let me know. But I'll come out with numbers for the week later. I bought all the fuel I need for the week, so we should be able to put all the numbers in order. And it's probably not going to be as bad of a week as I thought it was going to be. So we'll take that. That's always good news. Gotta love it. And yeah, we'll do that a little bit later tonight, and I'll get this video out for you. So talk to you guys in a bit. Sometimes we get a little too busy to look at the sights out here, but I think this is the first time I've ever rolled through downtown Austin. A little surprised with how busy it is on a weekend, but it is always kind of cool to see these downtown areas of these cities. I enjoy them. I think every time I pass through one, I kind of wonder what like the people are like, how many people live there, what the nightlife is like, things like that. I imagine Austin's probably a pretty cool city. I imagine it is. Probably a lot of good live music, things like that. I always think about that and how cool it would be to maybe like just go to these cities just even as a tourist for, you know, a few days with money to blow and just kind of see things. Nothing to see here, just traffic in our way. But surprised at how busy it is on a weekend, but looks like the college there was something going on. But yeah, I'm always a little bit fascinated by these different downtown areas around the country. And I'd like to do that sometime. You know, I get to see the country as a trucker, but that's it. That's as far as it goes. I get to see it. I get to look at it. I'd like to do more of parking the truck and going into town and seeing what that city has to offer. That's kind of one of my goals out here this time. You know, when things get better, we're just starting out, we're getting back to it, and have to rebuild from nothing. But when things get better, I look forward to the idea of parking somewhere, heading into town, maybe getting one of these motel rooms in a high-rise somewhere, you know, one of those fancy ones, and just kind of checking out the local culture. But I feel like Austin would be one of the cooler ones to go to, honestly. They're so into their, you know, country music, and I know a lot of people, well, a lot of people act like they don't care about country music. They don't like it, and I don't really care much for a lot of the newer guys out there. To me, it just sounds, I know you hear this all the time, but it sounds too pop music to me. And I miss that old country sound. I was raised in a time when you could take your kids to bars, right? Maybe it was just where we lived, but I mean, we'd spend the weekend in the bar full of smoke. They'd make us cherry cokes with the cherry in it. I guess I'm reminiscing a lot on life today. It's because the stereo won't turn on in here. So all I have to do is sit here and think, right? And that's really screwing with me. But no, you'd have the live music, bars full of cigarette smoke, and we're drinking our cherry cokes with the cherry in it, you know, the actual cherry in it. And people are playing pool and cussing and fighting, and the band would be playing, and I miss that sound, man. That sound of a good live country band. Oh man, what a sound. Me and Austin, we're gonna have to hang out sometime, but today's not the day, Austin. This ain't it. All right. Excuse me. We're about done with this video for today, so just about done with it. I told you I'd give you guys numbers at the end of every week once I know what they are, if they're good, if they're bad, whatever is going on. And as we know, I only did one load this week. It paid all right, $4,600 for 2,276 miles. Like I said, when I got that load, I would like to see it closer to $6,000, but we're not in that kind of market right now. So it's not good. I'll tell you that. It's not good. I gotta be honest, numbers I'm embarrassed to share with you guys. I really am. But that's part of the struggle. That's part of starting over out here, and that happens when you have kind of a smaller week. If I would have got that load, say, a day earlier, then I could have delivered it Friday instead of having to wait till Monday. Then I could have ran Friday through Monday to get an extra load in, but that's just the way it went. We're gonna have to make next week better. That's all there is to it. Real quick before I talk about that, this poor guy in front of me, he was pulling up to Fuel Island. This happened before I got here, and his trailer must have snapped right in the middle and fell on the ground. They've got a wrecker on each side holding it up. You can see the crack down the middle, and they are offloading his load onto another trailer. And maybe something you miss in the pre-trip, maybe, but unfortunate is what it is. Good for him that it happened in the truck stop. I don't think there's any way he can be blamed for that. He didn't load the truck, right? He didn't load the trailer especially. But what a way to have, what a day to have. So unfortunate for him. Hopefully his company is cool and everything's gonna be all right, but not a good day. Not a good day. So anyways, so guys, the numbers for the week, like I said, not good, not good. But we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna get with the accounting department next week. I'm just gonna call them because I emailed them and they never responded about when I should see my first $1,000 for my sign-on bonus, because now I need it. Now I need it. But we'll figure it out. I'll start there, and we'll just have to kind of get through it. So here's the numbers. The load, as I already said, 2,276 miles, paid $4,600 from Dover, New Hampshire to Laredo, Texas. All right, the 4,600, I get 80%, which I might go back and check that math, but it's $3,680 is what goes to me before expenses. Of the expenses, for the expenses, I paid fuel, $1,537. Sure, that sounds nice on a big week. That would be really nice, but on a small week, that's too much still. I would like to see that about $500 less. Even with all my fuel saving, cost saving attempts on fuel, I still spent just over $1,500. Damn, not good. I spent $22 in DEF. That's nice. And my maintenance account is 15 cents per mile. I always just figure it at the hub miles, just because that seems to make more sense. So my maintenance account will get $342, and my fixed costs are $1,400 per week. That is including the truck payment. Then you've got your, trailer rental, all your IFTA, your registration, the fixed cost, all that stuff. Guys, look, I don't want to share this number. I wish I could only bring good news on here, but there is a reality to being out here, and this was just not a good week. So that brings my total profit, what I should take home next week. I've been out all week doing this. $379. Yeah, you heard that. You heard that right. Like I said, numbers I'm not proud to share. A little embarrassed to share, if I'm being honest with you. But I said I would. I am going to call them and ask about that first $1,000 because need that. Obviously going to need that. And from there, just hope for a better week. Hope for a better week next week. I am 2 hours from Laredo. I stopped a little early. because I was finding myself getting very frustrated with traffic. And if I'm in a spot where I can shut down and I'm starting to get frustrated on the road, I'll just shut it down. There's no reason to have another angry trucker out there when they could just be shut down and relaxing for the day. So just south of San Antonio, I'll get up Monday morning. I believe my receiver opens at, it says it on here somewhere. I'll find it later, but they open at like 8 or 9, so I'll be there when they open the doors. And I did get Truck Smarter. I promise you guys, I do watch just trucking videos. I haven't been able to because the damn radio in here doesn't work. It turns off and on all the time. And I listen while I'm driving down the road, and I had not heard him say specifically the load board he uses. So I did download Truck Smarter. I cannot dispatch myself here, right? But that does not mean I can't find a load that I like and send that to my dispatcher. So hopefully that helps me to have eyes on the actual load boards, and then I can assist him with finding the next load that I would like. I don't think he'll have a problem booking that load for me if I find something like that. And that is just the way she will go. So not a great week. Anybody should not feel great to produce numbers like that. I knew it wasn't going to be great. I don't think I was entirely crazy when I said it was going to be a break-even week. So I was off a little bit, but you'll have to give me a little bit of credit. I have done this before. This isn't my first rodeo. So when I saw that number come through and realized that was going to be the only load, I knew there wasn't going to be a lot of room for profit. And I don't think I could have saved much money. I probably could have got a little less fuel because I got half a tank now, and 130 miles to go. Probably could have bought a little bit less. But really, what would that have saved me? $100 maybe? What did I fill up for today? I just filled one tank, $291 today, $291 to fill one tank. If I would have got a little bit less, I maybe could have saved myself $100. So I could have taken home $479 instead. But you know, that's the way it goes. That's part of this stupid game I play. And you just sometimes you just have bad weeks like that, and it's unfortunate when it happens. And you just try to recover, and you try to have a better week the next time. That's all you can do. That's all you really can do. So we'll get back to it here Monday morning. Try to get you some footage of stuff during the reset. I don't know what I'm gonna do, honestly. Sit around here, but that's the video. Not my proudest moment, but you know, I'll also try to be just as humbled when I have those good weeks. You know, what I have learned about this business is it comes and it goes, so you just kind of roll with it. Way of the road, bub. So anyways, see you guys later.